Hey guys, welcome back to Fox and Hound Alchemy. Today, as promised, we are going to go through the basics of storytelling. Now, you may be asking yourself, who has the audacity to create a basics of storytelling video when that content is out there in abundance? But as far as I can tell, I might be the only one right now helping you consciously navigate reality through story, bringing the awareness of the meta meaning within stories, fables, folklore, cinema, to unlock your own.
The extraction of the stone is taking back your own authority, your own divinity.
So if you haven't seen, I give a little commentary on the discussion, the interview that Joe Rogan does with Guy Ritchie. They're talking about the hero's journey. That video explains that why that simple conversation got me locked back into my huevos, into my marbles.
Marbles?
Back on the proverbial dragon. In my fire and passion and enthusiasm and adventure. Because it's so critical, it's so vital. And the mapping key isn't out there, and that is my intention with this video. And I want to make this quick, I want to make it fun. We're going to use sports movies because there's crude locker room humor. They are familiar stories to many of you, at least if you're in my wheelhouse here. We're going to be in the 90s for a little bit with Wayne's World, Hook. We're going to go into Peter Pan and Wendy. But first, we're going to stick with the sports balls, okay? So let's go into the 5 C's. Let's go into the 5 C's. First, we meet our character. Who are they being? Now, because this is a good story, your story, there is room for evolution, right? Every time we meet a character, a sports figure in any of these movies, think about it. Where are they? And is it clear that there's going to be some personal evolution happening?
Vaughn began the season in the uniform of the California Penal League and had some control problems early on. But with the help...
Second C, conflict. The contrast. There is always inevitably a challenge.
We only had one taker, so we took.
We called everyone, Jack. Canada.
No,
goes
not
without
Canada.
saying.
I ain't paying those taxes.
It's not Canada.
Not Cleveland. No, say it's not Cleveland.
Now, within any moment, because this doesn't always happen immediately in stories and movies especially, but in that moment of conflict for you yourself, you have more clarity within yourself. When you have an unwanted experience, you now know what it is that you do want more clearly. So we choose, we calibrate. This is the proverbial glow up. This is Rocky's montage. This is in Mr. Baseball. He's essentially doing this wax on, wax off thing, right? He's back to the basics, running the bleachers. Who else hated touch sprints? And then he has this moment of clarity at that golf range.
What the hell does this have to do with anything?
Different perspective, same task. Find the ball with the bat.
I want to hit baseballs.
What did you say?
I said I want to hit.
That's what I want to hear.
Right? He's connected. That is our 4th C. He is reconnected. That is the moment of clarity that you can bump to, you can pivot to faster. Being a conscious, deliberate creator that you are. Being the hero of your own journey. Being the main character. Truly, this is the code that is woven into the fabric of this reality. And I'm annoying myself in the way I say that, but it's so true. There is a code woven into this reality to help you navigate your conscious journey. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. So we have our character. Who are they being? Not who they are. do not define. No one is fixed. No one is a fixed personality. You can change, you can evolve. There's a moment of challenge, which is clarity. There's a phase of calibration. You now become who it is that you want to be. You start acting as if. All these metaphysical teachings will start to unlock for you. When you understand that if life is like a story, you want to go to the fifth C as fast as possible. You want to evoke the feelings of the celebration. That is every TO that your defense team forces. That is your offensive line giving you at the helm, being the QB of your own story, giving you time to choose, giving the cooperative components that synergetic, energetic flow state. That is the infinity symbol. That is visceral. You being consciously at the helm is visceral. Every single one of you is in your own story, and I welcome you again to this classroom. We're going to go into the first archetype of the hero's journey, the fool. We want to be like fools. We want to be open-hearted. And this time, we can anticipate, we will be observing when our mind is going to unwanted future outcomes. And we choose instead, we get back at the helm. We calibrate, that is that calibrating to the clarity and evoking the feelings of the wish fulfilled. Celebrating. It is all very visceral. And as you bring more awareness to your own visceral becoming, life gets easier. The world outside of you changes. You begin to understand the biofeedback in your avatar, in your vessel. Don't shoot the mess ender. Turn the other cheek. Where focus goes, energy flows. Get back in your cojones.
Huevos.
Especially right now as you see the high contrast outside of yourselves. People who are perpetuating unwanted cycles, they're simply not at the helm. They are not consciously, deliberately choosing with love, with intention, with the understanding or the awareness that we are all one, spiritually or scientifically. It would behoove everybody to get on the same page. Deliberately, consciously choose with love, with the light of your awareness.
I'll see you in the playoffs.